Hey, Outlaw Nation. Well, Pixar is back with a brand new movie set on the Italian Riviera. Sea monsters, human beings, can they get along? I'll let you know in just a minute. Hey, Outlaw Nation, it's the Outlaw John Rocha back with another review for you here on the Outlaw Nation channel. I'm very excited to talk about this movie, the new Pixar film, Luca. We're going to get into it in just a second. Just a reminder for all of you, if you're watching me for the first time or if you've been watching our videos for a while now and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell button as well that lets you know when all our new content is dropping so you're aware of it and can watch it, comment on it, like it, offer your points of view, and share it on your social medias as well. You know, we're so close to 17,000 subscribers. Help us get past that and start marching towards 20,000 subscribers as well. I'd appreciate it kindly. All right, let's get into this review. All right, let me tell you, first of all, let me give you the synopsis of this movie. It's set in a seaside town on the Italian Riviera. It's a coming-of-age story about a young boy, Luca, experiencing an unforgettable summer. Luca shares these adventures with his friend Alberto, but all the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. They are sea monsters from another world below the water's surface. So in the synopsis, you've got pretty much what this film is going to be about, going to tackle this idea of a young kid, Luca, who is coming of age. He's essentially a fish herder underwater, living with his family, his parents, but he is fascinated by the surface world. We see these moments where Luca stumbles upon some surface world items that increases his fascination with the world above the sea. Runs into a fellow sea creature named Alberto, who already lives above the land, lives above the water rather, and has been making his life, in essence, what looks like to be a castle tower that stands alone there. He's kind of built his life there, and he kind of shows Luca the ropes. They develop this great friendship, and then they get the idea to get into town because they want to figure out how to make some money and get the Vespa that they desperately want. Vespas play a big part of this movie, but they think that if they can get a Vespa, they can drive off and ride off to these and have these wonderful experiences all over Italy there where they're at. But as they're getting used to the town and everything else, they stumble upon the villain of the piece, Enrico Visconti, who is voiced wonderfully by Saviero Raimondo. Just a fantastic villain here. He's a jerk. He's a misogynist. He's a arrogant person. He's got two sidekicks who constantly do his bidding, and the way he's drawn to have a more of a pugnacious look and a pugnacious approach to the world, and the rest of the town does not like him. His only claim to fame is that he is the consistent winner of this race called the Portorosa Cup. The town is Portorosa, and so he consistently wins this cup, even though he's kind of moved past that age where he should be competing. So clearly this is someone who is still stuck in his childhood, trying to stay successful, trying to have a name, trying to have some status in the town, and refuses to grow up and accept that there are other races out there for him to try to win as well, because he enjoys the status of being a winner of this cup. Even as I said, he's way too old to be competing. It's like watching a 19-year-old go out trick-or-treating. Like, this is past your time, son. Past your time. Anyway, they run in. They also, Luca and Alberto run into Julie, who kind of saves them from some of the wrath of Ircol. And they form an instant friendship. The three of them start to plan to be a part of this race. And then stuff goes awry because of the discovery or the secret that's being held by Luca and Alberto that they are sea creatures. And there's some hilarious moments where they almost get caught by a number of people in the town. That is fun to watch. And of course, later on in the film, I don't want to spoil anything. As I said, this is just a review, not a spoiler review. You'll find out how that all plays into the final race between the three of them and Ercole. And that's basically what you get throughout the movie. Of course, you got the parents here who are trying to find Luca. His parents are voiced by Maya Rudolph and Jim Gaffigan. And that comes into play as well as the film goes along. Luca is voiced just so well by Jacob Tremblay, and Alberto is voiced wonderfully by Dylan Grazer, who some of you may remember from the It series and also from Shazam. Just great chemistry throughout with Jacob Tremblay and Dylan Grazer. And then you throw in the young girl who is playing Julia. That is Emma Berman. Not a lot of credits on Emma Berman's resume, but she is a fantastic young talent and brings Julia to life in incredible ways. And they have such, as I said, they have such great chemistry as friends throughout the movie. You also have the great Sacha Baron Cohen as Uncle Ugo. That's Jim Gaffigan's brother. He is very funny. And look for a post-credit scene with him at the end of the movie. As right as the credits end, there's a post-credit scene with Sacha Baron Cohen. This is an hour and 40 minutes. It's so enjoyable. And when it kicks in, when all the characters have been set and the plot lines have been set, that's when this movie really kicks into high gear and gives you the emotional responses that you're looking for. I certainly teared up near the end because of a couple of particular moments got me a little bit emotional. So Pixar, you did your thing. I will talk about the animation as well. The animation is vibrant. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is as close to photorealism as you're going to get. When you watch this movie, and if you're watching it on a good television, when you see the hair on Julia's hair looks so real that it feels like you could touch it, and it's some kind of thread. It's phenomenal what they're able to do with this animation nowadays over there at Pixar. You just got to give it up to them for their ability to do. I love the music in this film as well. Enjoy the score here that they play throughout the movie. Some great Italian music throughout. Dan Romer does a fantastic job with the score as well. So this is a damn enjoyable movie, a fun one to share with your kids. There are some great lessons here to learn about the power of friendship for sure. Also, what can happen when that friendship is threatened, but also how we can judge people just based on other people's comments about those people, right? I think this is a great film that once again opens the door to this idea of why don't you get to know someone before you judge someone? Get to know a whole people before you judge a whole people. Be more open to accepting people, to try to understand what it's like from their point of view, because throughout the film, the sea creatures think the creatures on land are ugly, and the land creatures, of course, the human beings, think the sea creatures are not attractive or are ugly looking as well. So it adds this kind of stigma of fear. How fear can manipulate and warp your point of view about a people when you haven't even met any of the representatives of those people, and you've just been taught since birth to be afraid and to fear these people. So some really powerful lessons being thrown in there by Pixar. So great stuff. Just want to give some love once again to the director Enrico Casarosa. I think he did a fantastic job with this. He had been working in the art department for Coco and Up. He'd even worked in the art department on Robots. So he's got some credit that he's kind of built up throughout. And he did that short La Luna 10 years ago. If you guys remember that short, that was also something that he did as well, which was a really sweet, beautiful short. So if you haven't seen this one yet, I can't recommend it enough. It gets 4.5 cowboy hats from me. It is a fantastic watch and one that I definitely recommend to all of you. That's it for me, The Outlaw, here on the Outlaw Nation channel. Thank you so much for watching this review. Remember what I said at the beginning. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. And share it on all your social media all over the place. And remember, we got so much great content happening here on the Outlaw Nation channel. The Geek Buddies, our reviews, our trailer reactions. We got Jedi Way. We've got John and Wendy Explain the World. We got Game Time. We got Strong Style. So much happening on the Outlaw Nation channel. So please, and the Outlaw Nation show as well. So please come aboard the train and join us here in the nation and have some fun. And don't forget the Patreon as well. Patreon.com/John Rocha. You can see all the great things going on there. You get to train me for Schmodown matches. You get to do our hangouts, 2 hangouts a week. We'll have watch-alongs, and we've got Patreon shows coming up as well in the month of July, kicking those off in the month of July to keep going for the rest of the year. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well, and we'll talk to you next time with another brand new review here on the Outlaw Nation channel.